We have breaking news as a staffer from Senator Loomis's office comes out to Forbes and says that the SEC is investigating every exchange in the United States. Let's go screen and explore some news. And as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. Voyager cash withdrawals just got approved by the bankruptcy courts. If you want to learn about that story, hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be releasing that later today. Yep, they are opening the gates through the courts. All right, but what everyone is here for is this. Every U.S. crypto exchange and Binance is being investigated by the SEC, says Senator Loomis staffer. Widely circulated reports that the U.S. SEC is investigating $20 billion crypto exchange Coinbase are just the tip of the iceberg, according to the staffer from U.S. Senator Cynthia Loomis's office. The staffer says every crypto U.S. exchange and the largest crypto exchange in the world, Binance, are in various stages of being investigated. There are more than 40 U.S. cryptocurrency exchanges, according to crypto data site CoinGecko. A senior executive at a large cryptocurrency exchange also said on the background that based on chatter he's hearing from members of the SEC, many U.S. cryptocurrency exchanges have likely received Wells notices used to formally inform companies when an action is about to be brought against them, and that most are under investigation. So we have sources now from the Senate side as well as the business side, both saying the same thing, that the SEC is going after them. The executive said these instances are separate from standard procedure the SEC regular conducts. For example, asking if it changes, if they've had any communication with the team that created a newly listed asset, are in touch with anyone raising money, the usual stuff. This is outside of that norm. Every crypto exchange being investigated by the SEC in the United States. We have confirmation from a senior executive at a large cryptocurrency exchange, as well as a staffer from a Senate member. Now, that same source from Senator Loomis's office is giving us a juicy bit that is a little confusing, but when we get through it, it'll make a bunch of sense. All right, there were two bills proposed recently, one of them giving the CFTC more power over regulating cryptocurrencies. Now, that Senate staffer, all right, gives us a juicy bit here. I'm going to help you digest it. Yesterday, U.S. Senators Debbie Stabenow and John Boozman introduced Digital Commodities Consumer Protection Act of 2022 to give the CFTC new powers to regulate digital commodities. Senator Loomis herself co-sponsored with Senator Kristen Gillibrand the Responsible Financial Innovation Act, a bipartisan legislative proposal for the regulation of digital assets that is even more comprehensive in scope. So we have two bills proposed, one of them done by Loomis herself, where this staffer here of Loomis is the one giving us these juicy bits. This is where things get interesting. So we got those two bills and people are like, well, hey, maybe the CFTC will get more power. Well, we still have the SEC with their overreach right now going after every exchange in the United States. Here's the juicy part. Ironically, Senator Loomis's staffer gives both bills less than a 50% chance of being passed this year, which would clear way for the SEC to keep overreaching the way they are. Scary stuff, everyone. The only way either bill would pass this year is if a catastrophic black swan event like a major U.S. exchange collapsing could rally lawmakers. The most likely crypto bill to see traction before the year is over is the recently delayed stablecoin bill that describes how banks might be allowed to issue their own stablecoins, which a source said could be attached to appropriations bill by the end of the year. All right, so let's put it all together. So we have the SEC going after every exchange out there. That has now been verified by a senior crypto executive as well as a staffer from Senator Loomis's office. Now, we've also heard that the CFTC would have more power regulating cryptocurrencies, which would push the SEC out of the way, which I think a lot of us would be happy. But that same staffer from Loomis's office says, hey, the two bills that you just heard being proposed right now, both have less than a 50% chance of being passed, and that's if a black swan event would happen, creating a catastrophic meltdown in the market that would require action now. So this source is telling us that the SEC is going after everyone, verified by someone on the crypto business side, and we have that same source saying, hey, if you want the CFTC to come in and regulate, good luck on that because I don't see the bill going anywhere. Let me know in the comments below. Hey, I personally think the SEC is overreaching. You tell me.